Okay guys, so factoring and graphing quadratic equations. So here I have my quadratic function, x squared minus its x plus 8. So again, my first thing to do is to find two numbers that when multiplied give me 8 and that when added give me negative 6. Alright, so two numbers that when multiplied give me 8 and when added give me negative 6. I can think of 4 times 2. 4 times 2. 4 times 2, it's definitely 8. But 4 plus 2, 4 plus 2, this doesn't give me negative 6. The way they would give me negative 6 is if they were negative. So that means these have to make them also negative. Let's see. Negative 2 times negative 4, it's positive 8. So this one's good. And negative 4 and negative 2, that is negative 6. This is great again. So we have negative 4 and negative 2 as our values. So negative 4 and negative 2. That means that this is going to be equivalent to the minus 2. There it is. And x with the minus 4. And there it is. So there you go. This is my factor form. So this is factored. Great. Now the next thing is after it's factored. Now once that it's factored, now we can find almost everything. Well, actually pretty much everything. Once it's factored, I can find my zeros or my x-intercepts. Alright, so let's find the zeros or my x-intercepts, whichever you want to call them. So to find them, I need to take each factor. Let's take the x minus 2 factor, set it equal to 0. Also, let's take the x minus 4 factor and also set it equal to 0. Now the next step is to solve for h on each of them. So add 2 to both sides. And you get x equals, well, positive 2. Same with this one. Let's solve for x. So add 4 to both sides. And get x equals 4. So these values, x equals 2 and x equals 4, these are my zeros or my x-intercepts. So my x-intercepts would be x equals 2 and 4. So these are my x-intercepts. Great. I need to find my vertex. Well, for that, let me be graphing this problem as well. So there's my y-axis, there's my x-axis. Nice. Again, the 4 and the 2 and the 4. These are my x-intercepts. That means that at 2, my graph will go through this point at 2. It'll also go through it at 4. The graph will go through these 2 points. Alright, let's notice that the graph, that this value here with my x squared, it's a positive value. That means it's going to be an upside up u. It's going to be upside up. And again, the graph has to go through these 2 points. Something really nice that we know after plotting these 2 points is that my line of symmetry, it's going to be in between these 2 points. So my line of symmetry has to go through the middle. My line of symmetry has to go through the middle. That means, and this middle, it's at positive 3. This is positive. Let me write it down here. This is 3. The x value at 3. 2, 3, 4. So at 3. To find the vertex, I need this value, that 3 value. Well, this 3 value, I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it into my original equation. Okay, so I'm going to take my 3 and I'm going to put it into the original equation to have something like this. So I'm going to take the 3. It'll become, so it's x squared, so it'll be 3 squared minus 6 times 3 and then plus 8. Simplify this. 3 squared becomes 9 minus 6 times 3, that's 18, and then plus 8. Let's simplify this further. Well, negative 18 and positive 8, that's negative 10, and the 9, and then 9 minus 10, that is negative 1. So this negative 1 that I got here and this negative 3 that I got here, those two numbers will make up my vertex. So my vertex is at my x value 3, comma, and at my y value negative 1. So my vertex is at 3 over and 1 down. That point is my vertex. That means that my graph looks something like this. All right, and this is it. That is pretty much how you can graph equations. And remember, this only works if your equation is in standard form. If it's in vertex form, then you have to do the other approach. And there's another video where I show you how to graph equations in vertex form. Just a heads up, remember the vertex form, you'll find them in the form of something like this, maybe x minus 2 and that's squared plus 5. This is a function in vertex form. All right. So if you are having trouble maybe graphing these functions that look like this, make sure to go to that video on graphing functions in vertex form. All right, but this is not for this video. So yeah, this is pretty much a video on graphing functions in standard form, and that's all the process to be able to get this.